Ah, there I am. Hey guys, how are you today? Yeah, awesome to be here as always. Lots of excitement going on around me today. And it's just so happy to be outside. Weather's supposed to clear up, rain's supposed to be over, and it's supposed to be a beautiful day after all. They're calling for heavy rain all day, so I'm excited. I got out this morning. It was beautiful out. Got my 5 mile walk in, weighted vest, everything else. The dancing monkey is back on form, making more progress than I ever made in the first time that I did my 8 weeks anything program. And I'm just so grateful for the opportunity to speak, become better at speaking. And as I do, the sky's the limit. Because at the end of the day, well, A, greatness starts with first sip. And B, I figured out that I'm not in a race with anybody else. I am strictly in a race with myself, becoming a better version of me each and every day, taking those steps that I didn't do, making those choices that I didn't make, and moving forward with momentum. And the momentum is amazing, guys. Like each day, I'm working harder and harder and able to do more and more. And it's not even hard because I'm loving the process. It doesn't even seem like work because each time that I take a step, move forward, stepping, speaking, whatever it is that I'm doing, I'm getting to be a better and better version of myself than I've ever been in my life. At 46, I can become even greater than I ever was in my prime, as they would call it. Because I'm just entering my prime now, and I know that, and I realize that, and what I'm capable of has not diminished over time. In fact, I'm able to do more and more. And it took a complete mindset shift to change that. But as I speak without polish, without perfection, and just speak as the universe wants me to speak in the present moment, I find the words to say, and I'm better and better at honing my message, making myself more palpable to the people that hear my words. And the action around me doesn't matter. The bullshit in my life doesn't matter. It's all about being here with you, here and now, with coffee with Cam. Because each and every day, I'm working to better myself, to show you guys that anything is possible. And as I take this journey, I don't know where it's going to lead, don't really care, no expectations of results. Just I want to make myself a better speaker. I want to make myself more physically fit, mentally astute, and I'm taking choices each and every day in that direction. And I'm loving it. So at the end of the day, who cares? Like, I have no expectations of anything happening other than I'm making myself a better version of myself each and every day. And everybody has that ability. And so by speaking, by exercising, by ditching the shame, the judgment, I'm able to hopefully inspire others to start their own journey of transformation. And together, all of us will go from broke, decrepit, and miserable into happy, healthy, and wealthy. And at the end of the day, the money doesn't matter, stuff doesn't matter. It's the knowledge and it's the race against yourself and making yourself happier and following your passions, following your goals, and following your dreams. And as I speak each day, I find that when I don't worry about what I'm going to say before I come on live, that I find words to carry on and carry through. And whatever's alive to me in the moment, whatever the ether of the universe wants me to say, is what I'll let you know. And it's great. And as I hone my abilities, I get better and better at doing it. And that's what I'm working on, going from cringe on camera to comfortable on camera to confident on camera to compelling on camera. And my voice will get better and better. And I'll take those steps going from building up and speaking from the emotion to the regular cadence to the hellfire and brimstone and just move through those cycles. And with it, I'll be able to take more and more people with me on this journey and be able to inspire more and more people along this path. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter who it is in the universe. They're each on their own journey, just like you and I are. And what I want and what I believe is no superior or inferior to anybody else's. My moral code is no superior or inferior to anyone else's. Each of us are on this same path. Each of us are sharing the same planet, and each of us are connected in one way, shape, or form. And the energy that surrounds us in the matter that we perceive to make sense of this crazy world of ours, it's all the same thing. And we are all equal in our own way of being. And what I want to do and what I choose to do and what makes me happy isn't necessarily going to be what makes somebody else happy. Somebody might be offended by what I'm saying right now, but that's okay. That's their path. That's their journey. I'm just going to keep speaking. And if I'm controversial, I'm controversial. If I'm polarizing, I'm polarizing. People hate on me, they hate on me. And at the end of the day, that's a them problem. I'm just going to keep speaking. And I don't care about the YouTube algorithm. I don't care about Zoom. I don't care if nobody else wants to listen. I don't care if anybody else listens. I'm listening to myself and I'm becoming better and better at becoming a speaker. I'm becoming more physically fit by exercising and taking those actions every day. I'm becoming more mentally astute by reflecting on possibility and what's inside of me. And I can feel the vibrations. I can feel the energy. I can feel myself changing in so many ways. Like this morning, I woke up and yeah, sure, my shoulders were a little stiff. My neck was a little stiff. My core, though, like my core was aching. And I was so awesome. And I took off my shirt after I got done my 5 mile walk. I looked in the mirror and I could see the improvement in my shoulders, chest, arms, back, and my core is starting to change as well. It's not visually there yet, but I can feel it inside me, and that's awesome. And that's what I'm working on right now is my core muscles, my leg muscles, actually my whole body. And it's going to be a whole body transformation. Sure, I use a warrior diet to aid in my nutritional needs. I'm not going to advocate that to anybody else, but it's what I use. I use resistance bands and Pilates bar and do calisthenics each and every day. And that's what aligns with me. Some people might want to use free weights. Some people might want to do aerobic workouts. Some people may want to do cardio. It doesn't matter. As long as you're taking those steps each and every day aligned with what you know is going to make you happy. And being physically fit is a great rush for me. It isn't a great rush for everybody, but you're always capable of doing more. And you're only in a race with yourself. So if you want to look better, start taking steps that you think will help you look better. Start writing out your day in advance. It's one of the tips and tricks that I've always found. Write out your day before it happens as you want it to unfold. And you'll see the magic happens because you're focusing on the possibilities and the emotions of what you want to happen. And as you focus on that, if things don't happen out the way that you wanted them to, that's okay. Try again tomorrow. And it's just a matter of that consistent, committed, imperfect, inspired action. And I love it. And I love doing what I do each and every day. And like I say, my favorite time of day is speaking with all of you and being out here. You notice I'm wearing my old baseball jersey today. I'm just going to stand up for a second. You're not going to believe this, but this is from 2022. You can fit two of me in here. But what I found, and I'm glad I have it, I still haven't thrown it away. I'm still using it because it's perfect for covering up my weighted vest when I go out on my walks in the morning. And I'm loving the weighted vest, helping me pump through and help me pump further. But I couldn't have worn the weighted vest when I first took my first steps after surgery. But after time and effort, I've been able to wear it longer and longer, travel further and further. and do more. And that's what it is. There's always more that you can do. And I'm trying to do that and embody that lifestyle each and every day. And that's why I'm speaking. That's what Coffee with Cam is all about. It's about inspiring other people to take that first step of 1,000 miles, because my journey is going to be completely different than somebody else's journey. And that's okay. My journey is no superior or inferior to anyone else's because it's mine. It's my unique vision. It's my unique experience. And it's what I want to do. And it's what makes me happy, is following my path and becoming a better version of myself. I don't hold myself up or look to somebody else and say, oh, I wish I was like them, or, oh, I wish I had what they had. No, I just want to be a better version of myself each and every day. And that's what I want for each of you, is to become a better version of yourself each and every day. And as you do that and you're improved and you're happy and you're following your passions and what makes you happy, you'll become better and better each and every day. You'll be happier each and every day. You'll be grateful for every opportunity that has ever come across your path, for every choice that you've ever made, for every interaction that you've ever had, because it's brought you to this present moment where you're becoming a better and better and happier version of yourself each and every day, and opening up tons of possible timelines and futures that you never might have even thought of before. And that's what I'm all about. I'm about being grateful for every experience I've ever had, for every choice I've ever made, because that's what set up the building blocks for where I am right now. And where I am right now is at a place where I know anything is possible and I can create my own future just by taking forth the energy from the ether that surrounds us all. If you're a Christian, you might call it the Holy Spirit. If you're a Muslim, you might call it the grace of Allah. If you're a physicist, you might call it the quantum energy field. Spiritualists, you might call it chi. Hey, Star Wars, you might even call it the Force. But it's all the energy that surrounds us. And when you start taking your energy from the energy that surrounds us through the ether and using that to fuel yourself and fuel your happiness of the energy from nature, from the things that are around us, and instead of trying to compete with other people, that's when you'll come up with the greatest breakthroughs and emotions and achievements in your life, because you realize you don't need to manipulate other people. You don't need to worry about what other people think of you. You don't need to be focused on others. When you focus on yourself and making yourself better and showing others that, yes, anybody can be better, that's when society improves. That's when you improve in social intercourse. And that's when society can transform. It's about taking those steps, not worrying about what other people will think, not worrying about what other people have, but just taking your own journey and being true to yourself and what you want, not what society wants from you, not what your parents might expect from you, not what your friends think you should do each and every day, not being a slave to the emotions that have held you back in the past, but pushing through that fear and moving forward on your journey without fear, because on the other side of the fear is the greatness. And I believe that each one of us is capable of that change, because I was a victim of it as well. When I had the inspiration to take off my shirt and dance around like a monkey for the first time back this spring, I didn't have any expectations of results. I just wanted to see what was possible. And I did that without shame, opened myself up to a world of ridicule, but I did it and I followed through on it. And I'm doing it again because I enjoyed that process so much. And hopefully, by doing it again and achieving even greater results, I can inspire even more people to take on their own personal journey, following their own passions, their own greatness. Because at the end of the day, if you're focused on your glory days, you're selling yourself short on what's possible for the future. And take inspiration from your glory days and use that to propel yourself forward. Maybe it's not glory days. Maybe you've had a lot of trauma that you just keep experiencing over and over. In that case, put a different perspective on it. Take that as each an opportunity to help you grow. Realize that you're here right now. It's no longer hurting you except in your own mind. It's not there right at the moment. There's no bear about to rack its claws into your neck. Or if there are, I would suggest tuning out right now and running. However, beyond that, if it's not happening in the moment, it's just your mind constructing it and creating a pattern and feeding those energy waves. So be grateful for that experience because it's brought you to the here and now. You're still alive. You're still a fighter. You can still move forward beyond anything you've ever done. And look at me right now. I used to analyze every situation to death. And then, because I was afraid of offending somebody, I keep my mouth silent. And I never followed through on those breakthroughs, those opportunities. And I'd say, oh no, people expect me to behave in a certain way. I expect myself to behave in a certain way. I'm going to continue to be that certain way so as I feel comfortable in my own skin. I can feel morally superior to those people that I do unto others and they treat me like shit. Oh well, look at me. I'm doing all this and this and this for you, and you're treating me like a pile of shit. Aren't I great? Aren't I amazing? Yeah, give up the martyr complex. I've done it, and that's why I'm doing this now. I'm moving forward, taking on opportunities, building my audience, scaling my business, going to got some unfound money or unexpected money coming my way, going to use a large portion of that to help my wife start a startup business and venture of her own while she's off her regular job due to a rotator cuff injury. Because I'm sure she'd like to have some extra money. And at the end of the day, it's just money. I could squander that in other stupid ways, or I could use that to benefit my family. And that's what I'm going to do. Or I could use it, save it all, hoard it for a rainy day. And all that's going to do is bring on more rainy days. But if I use that money for the potential and for growth, then that's great. And I'm helping her follow her passions while I'm following my passions. And hopefully we'll both be happier, healthier, wealthier people at the end of the day. And I'm so excited for all the opportunities life holds right now. And it's taken everything that's happened throughout our lives to bring us to this present moment where there's so many potential future timelines available. And it's a no-brainer. Build on what you have. Start with what you have and build upon it. And that's what I'm doing each and every day. I'm running harder and harder, walking faster and faster, taking more and more steps, doing things that I've never done before, trying different things, fucking around and finding out. Oh, that reminds me. I was going to tell you about a breakthrough of my own that I had today. I'm not sure if it'll inspire anybody else, but I realized while I was on my walk this morning, I usually put an audio book on so I can tune out the pain of my aches and joints and everything like that. But instead, I use the time to focus on possibilities, where my life has been, where it's going, and everything like that. And I realized that up until now, I've been afraid of success. Can you imagine? Afraid of success, unworthy of success, unworthy of greatness. And the reason for that is that I've recognized, I haven't come up with the root cause of why I feel unworthy of greatness and success and ease. But I'm sure if I delve deeper into that, and I will, and I'll talk about it later, but I recognize in my own patterns of behavior that every time that I start engaging in the momentum, getting better and better at what I'm doing, and start seeing results, I've said, okay, on to the next project. It's sort of like, I don't know, is that movie Up? It's like squirrel. I don't know. But yeah, every time I start seeing results, things start getting better and better. I stop with what I'm doing because I've gotten something, the instant gratification, and given up with that progress because, oh, yeah, I can do that. Who cares? On to the next thing. So instead, this time I'm going to keep pushing through, going further and further. And once that momentum and I start seeing a few results, I'm going to keep pushing forward until I achieve all that's possible. Because I know that I'm only achieving a fraction of 1% of all that I can do in life. And I'm going to keep making those random movements here and there because each time I flap my wings like this, it's like the butterfly in Japan creating a tsunami on the West Coast in the States. And that's what it's all about. I'm going to be the butterfly flapping its wings here, creating ripples through time, making those new movements because a small action today can change the future. Right here, right now. If you're grateful for every opportunity you've ever had and you open your mind to the possibilities that you want and you're grateful and follow your passions, follow what you're happy about, that's when the magic happens. That's when the moment arrives. And that's when you open yourself up to a whole new world of possibilities in the future. Because at the end of the day, nobody else's journey matters but your own. And if you struggle with focusing your energy on what other people might think, if you focus and struggle your energy on how people have wronged you in the past, then you're going to not break free. And you're going to hold yourself a slave and an addict to the past. Well, don't be an addict to the past. Become an addict of the emotions that you want to experience. Because as I always harp on about, your choices, your beliefs, your behaviors, and the actions shape your personality, and your personality shapes your personal reality. And that personal reality is all that really matters. And as long as you keep taking those steps towards your own happiness and doing what makes you happy, you're going to find yourself a happier person. You're going to attract more and more happy people into your life, and you're going to just love living. And that's what I want from everybody is that they love living, and society will improve if everybody starts enjoying themselves instead of being offended or afraid or tied to their past. Because when you take those steps towards happiness and health, the wealth will just flow because the universe will give you the resources to do what makes you happy as long as you're focused on being happy. Focus on bills, you're going to get more bills. If you focus on stuff, sure, you'll get more stuff. Stuff isn't going to make you happy. What's going to make you happy is inside of you. I know it's inside of you. It's not for me to say what makes you happy. All I'm here to do is to say, I'm doing what makes me happy. It's working for me. I'm sure that if you do what makes you happy, you'll be happier and it'll work for you. I fully believe that. I fully believe that each and every one of you listening to this can achieve your dream life just by taking simple steps towards doing what makes you happy, taking your energy from the universe and letting it flow, taking a vision of what would make you happy 5 years from now and helping that person that's 5 years from now, not focusing on the you were 5 years ago and trying to drag other people kicking and screaming to where you are now. You can help your future self by helping yourself in the present moment. And that's the big lesson that I want to leave with you guys today. Help your future self, take those steps, follow what makes you happy, follow your passions. Like I say, I speak to become a better speaker because I want to become a more inspirational speaker and I therefore inspire more people to take action in their lives. And that's why I'm speaking each and every weekday. 10 o'clock, coffee with Cam, where greatness starts with the first sip. And that's why I'm doing the dancing monkey, so I can inspire people to get off the couch. Because if crippled arthritic that smokes cigarettes and has his plantar extracted can exercise and improve his physical abilities and achieve the body of an athlete, why can't I? So that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm working on. So grateful to be here speaking with you guys today. And anytime you want to pop in live, awesome. If you want to pop in on the replay, that's perfect. Just follow your dreams, follow your passions, do what makes you happy, not what society wants from you, not what your parents want from you, not what your friends expect of you. Do what resonates with you. Take those choices each and every day. Catch it tomorrow for another Coffee with Cam. Can't wait to see what the universe has for me to say tomorrow. Enjoy and have a great day.